What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we are taking a massive left turn today. Actually, let's go ahead and get this up. Taking a big left turn on the channel today. We are actually going to do a video that's very popular on YouTube, and we are going to take the Vette down to Carmax to see if we can get an offer and see what exactly they would give us for the C6 here in the garage. Now, are we selling it? It just depends on the offer that we get. I'm actually very open to it, and I will explain that later, why we are considering selling it. So we are actually going to take the cover off and head down there right now. But if we do sell it, I do have a vehicle that's actually right over here in the garage already for future content. So we won't have nothing on the channel. We'll just be switching over to something temporarily. So let's get in the car and head over to Carmax, see if we can't get an offer on the C6. Let's grab one last cold start, potentially. Guys, so we are in potentially the last drive over to Carmax right now. This is kind of strange. I wonder what they're going to offer me. We're not going to take anything too low, and I'm not desperate to sell this vehicle at all. I'd actually love to keep it, but again, I'll explain later. It just, at this time in my life right now, this vehicle just doesn't make sense to own. So we're going to see if Carmax will make us a fair offer, and maybe we'll be leaving with a check and not the car. There it is, guys. We are almost to Carmax. Now, when we get over here, I probably won't do much filming just because I'm not a big time YouTuber yet, so it's kind of weird. You know, when you're making a lot of money, people look at you like, oh, you know, that's his job, he's doing pretty good. But when you're just kind of like a part-time guy, just doing it for fun, you just look like a jackass, I feel like. So not gonna film very much when we get over here, but I will update you as soon as I hear back from him or we come to pick up the car. All right, guys, so we just left Carmax. Actually, a lot quicker process than I thought. I thought I was gonna have to drop it off, maybe let them take it for a drive, but they just came out, took some pictures, got the basic information, listened to the car run, got the odometer, and I guess they're gonna shoot me an email with an offer. So as soon as the email comes in, I will let you guys know what it is, and I guess we'll see if we decide to take it or not. Either way, the car is heading back to the garage for right now, but I'll update you guys here shortly when I get the email. All right, guys, so we are back here in the shop, in my garage, at my house. We have just received via email our Carfax offer, and it honestly, guys, is a little surprising. It's a little more than what I was expecting, still not enough to make me want to sell the car. Now, guys, before I reveal the official offer from Carmax, I think I owe you guys a little bit of an explanation as to what the motivation for making this video today was and why I actually considered selling my car if it was a quick and easy process. Just write the check, turn the car over, don't have to deal with selling it or anything like that. Basically, we had our first child this year, and I live in Indiana. The winters are pretty hard up here. We only drive this car half of the year anyways. You know, usually my wife and I take it up to the lake. We cruise it every weekend when the weather's nice, and that adds up to about 3,000 miles a year. This year, it's been cut down to 800, only taking it out a handful of times. And it mostly just sits, you know, it spends most of its life just sitting right here in the garage, you know, under the cover. And the problem with that is, guys, I'm dealing with just as much maintenance and caring for the car as much as if I was driving it, but I'm not using it at all. So basically, my wife and I just kind of thought for a second, hey, why don't we take the car down and see what they would give us? And it doesn't cost us anything. This car is paid for as far as payments, so I don't have to let the car go, and I'm not really liking the idea of having to say goodbye to it. I'd love to keep it. Again, just doesn't serve a purpose right now, but you never know, maybe hanging on to it, which I think we're gonna do because again, the offer was a little lower than what I was prepared to take for this car. So maybe we'll have a little bit more babysit time next year and we'll be able to drive our car a little more. So we are gonna hang on to the Corvette for right now, but let me go ahead and pull out the official offer so you guys can see it. There it is. $17,000 offered by Carmax to me. That's Trevor, by the way. Yeah, not Mr. Whiskey Slick. 2006 Chevrolet Corvette, two-door coupe, no trim, just the basic 2LT, about 54,000 miles. And again, guys, yeah, 17,000. I was actually expecting something more like 15, so yeah, they did a little bit better, but still not good enough. So if you guys are familiar at all with the market for these cars right now, I feel like dealers are selling them for anywhere between 20 and 24,000. It just depends on, again, trim levels. I think if you've got the touch screen and the Z51 package, different things like that. But the bottom line is, and again, the 17,000, fair offer. Didn't expect much more than that. I was expecting 15 or something like that, but I would have really liked to have had like 18 or 19. If I was in there, I would have been pretty easy to let the car go. 17, again, a little bit on the lower side, but not having to give the car away. Don't really want to let it go anyways, so we're just going to hang on to it. And again, guys, just because I was exercising the idea of selling the car, not going to treat this car any different like I'm selling it or anything like that. If the right offer ever came around, or the opportunity to get rid of it for a good price, yeah, I would definitely take it. But going to treat the car like I own it, and if we want to modify it or do anything to it in the future, we're definitely going to do that, and also just keep enjoying it every opportunity we get. Now, moving on, guys, there is something else I wanted to do in the video, not just the Carmax stuff with the Corvette. We're moving on past that. She's good, staying here in the garage. What I want to talk about is what's on the other side of the garage, something that I think will serve as, it's kind of like an opportunity for a lot of future content, but I don't want to treat it that way because I don't know how popular these things are as far as what I've seen on YouTube. A lot of people don't take as much interest in this as they would a regular street car because they can't relate to it as easily. However, this is like a guilty pleasure of mine. We're all familiar with them. We've probably all got a local short track, or we've all been to the races or something like that. This car is going to be so much fun moving forward, and I'm very excited about it. Again, we'll touch on it here and there. We'll make some videos, maybe go on and off of it, try and have a happy medium of content. But I do want to include you guys along this kind of journey because this is going to be a lot of fun, and I think it's going to serve as, again, it potentially a lot of future content. But without further ado, here is another new vehicle for the channel. Here it is, guys. This is my brand new, well, not brand new, but brand new to me, late model Super Series race car. This is my short track asphalt car that I just picked up. I've had it about 2 months now, but I finally moved it away from our shop that's about 100 miles south to my house to store it for the winter. It's just gonna sit here out of the way, and it is fully ready to go minus the engine. We have the trans and everything. It's a 4-speed sitting at, again, my other shop. We have an engine set aside that I could have bought the car turnkey, but I wanted to build the engine up my way and kind of, go through the process and learn and, kind of grow as far as my mechanical capabilities. But this is my, again, guilty pleasure, guys. I'm not a fan of NASCAR, huge fan of motorsports and racing, more like IndyCar, Formula One, Grand Prix. There's a really cool circuit over in Australia, the Painter-Dixon series, where they race like old school Camaros and Mustangs, things like that. But this is kind of my American version of that. These things are like raw horsepower. Absolutely love these cars, always love being around them, and I finally had the opportunity to pull the trigger on my own late model. I think this is like the top series cars. If you guys are familiar with them at all, these are some of the better vehicles that will run at your local racetrack. Look inside this thing, guys. This thing is legit. We have our racing seat with 5-point harness, pull off the steering wheel, racing gauges, everything, kill switch over there, MSD ignition. She's sweet, full cage. This is actually a Richard Childress racing chassis, if you guys are familiar with NASCAR at all. Again, not a big fan myself, but I do know quite a bit about it. I've followed it in the past. So, pretty famous chassis builder, big name in NASCAR. So it is a legit race car for sure. Hollowed out, can't see in there. There's really nothing in here. This is the engine bay. You can see completely through it. Nothing in there right now. She's all set up for an engine to be dropped in, but we just don't have it for her yet. Now what we're building up is a small block Chevy 400 cubic inch iron block iron heads. That's what the class that we will be running in calls for, so nothing too fancy. Super excited. I think it's going to be a ton of fun. We might do some product reviews, different things like that. I know I've got a lot of safety gear already ordered and on its way. 1-piece, 3-layer fire retardant suit, helmet, neck brace, things like that. So Again, don't want to overdo it. If you guys are interested, that'd be awesome. If not, we'll bounce back and forth with the Corvette. We still have the OBS Chevy out front that we can get into, maybe do a little bit of restoration on that, but definitely excited. But guys, all that being said, I think we have a lot of opportunity moving forward. We've got the Corvette, the race car, the OBS Chevy. Let me know what you guys want to see. Again, we'll try and mix it up. Winter is coming, so the Corvette, the potential for Corvette content's definitely going to be sliding to the back farther and farther as it gets colder. So anyways, guys, thanks for tuning into the video today. Let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Give me a like, maybe a subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Real quick before I go, guys, here's another new addition to the garage. This is my tri-wheel cruiser. Pretty sweet, complete with dual cup holders, storage compartment. Pretty cool stuff, man. Drop top, 3-point harness. Real nice stuff. Oh yeah, dual cup holders up in front as well.